There I was, after all those years, at the threshold of a nightmarish place. I never thought I'd have the courage to return. While I had been toying with the idea for a while, that day I had woken up with a peculiar urge to return to Hanwell Mental Institute. Of course, there was a strong reason to come here, but the circumstances that led me back to the Institute were oddly dreamlike, as if I wasn't in control of my own actions. Why was I doing this? I needed to know what this place had done to me, the meaning behind those bizarre visions. I'd rather face the direful truth than live in blissful oblivion.
Oh. Okay. What a really good intro, I have to say. I didn't realise it was this type of game. I thought you could just kind of walk where you wanted to. It's a point and click. From a first-person perspective, I did not know that. Okay, well this is interesting. Welcome guys then to a game called Asylum. This game intrigued me because of sort of how detailed it looked and how much work seems to have gone into it, and it's had really good reviews. The artistry looks really good. I have to say the visuals, they're really good. Can we do anything? Oh, we can. There was a strange woman here. Not entirely sure who she was. So I think we were a patient here. And he said about feeling drawn into wanting to come back and find out what happened to him. So here we are. Hanwell. I think he was Hanwell? Asylum. Okay, so let's investigate this. What can we do here? Oh, we can go in. Oh, interesting. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so we can't... Doesn't seem... Ha! No way. So when the hand is open, it looks like we can... Is that going to change the view? Let's have a look. As I grabbed my notepad, I was struck by a sense of confidence I hadn't expected. I felt ready to tackle the mysteries inside that looming... Oh, I didn't quite finish that. Okay. Doesn't seem like there's anything here. Okay, so we've grabbed his notebook. A gloomy forest bordered the grounds of the Institute, creating a pronounced sense of isolation. So it's all overgrown. So it seems as though then this asylum is in no longer working order. It's shut down or boarded up. Okay, so we can go over there. We can go in there. This institute was every bit as loathsome as I remembered. I'm gonna have to get good. I'm gonna have to get good at reading quick because that text does not stay on. I wish it did. I wish it stayed on and then you could click to go next, because I'm going to miss some text, I can tell. Right-click to open your journal. Enter the Institute. I trusted I would find the answers I so desperately needed inside the Hanwell Mental Institute. Press escape to open the record book. Okay, so I've put on slow conversations in the settings in the hope that maybe the speech will be a little bit slower. Press middle button to zoom in. Oh, okay. Andy. Anybody peering at us through the woods? Press spacebar to toggle hotspots. Okay, that doesn't seem to be doing anything. What does that do? Oh. Not entirely sure what I'd need that for. Yeah, don't know what that does. Okay, let's go over here. Ooh, okay. It's there. There was a sort of unnatural calm surrounding the area. It wasn't helping to boost my confidence. I need that text to stay on longer. I'm not that quick a reader. What a strange rock formation. Beautiful, yet somehow disquieting. It was notable how well its crumbling walls had endured the test of time. Yeah, okay, so it is really old. I think it's time to go in. Okay, here we go. Oh, we just walk up to the door? Oh my god, I thought we were just going to go straight in. It's really drawing this out. Oh, there's someone in there? 8 p.m.
Welcome to the Hanwell Mental Institute. What can I do for you?
I don't know. You gonna give me some options?
I wasn't expecting to find anyone here.
Oh? And why is that?
Well, this is gonna sound a bit strange, but I thought this building was abandoned.
As you can see, that's no longer the case. My name is Julia, and I'm the receptionist for the Institute.
Wait, what? Okay, so I can now click and hold the text, and then it will only continue when I click the mouse button, which is perfect. So wait, the building looks like that on the outside, but you're saying it's open? I think a lot of this is inside our character's head. Because he said he felt like he was sort of being pulled into this, like he had no choice.
Why are you here?
People. Julia.
So you were the receptionist here?
Yes, this is my first night. The Institute is operating with minimal staff until renovations are complete.
Do you cover a position other than receptionist? I feel this place needs a lot of staff.
Not at the moment. I'm just waiting on people to show up at the door and helping them whenever needed.
Wait. You need more than a renovation to fix this place. You need to bulldoze it and start again, for the looks on the outside. So you're going to open up an institute, an Asylum Institute, the way it looks at the moment? I don't think you're going to get many people.
Sounds like you're doing a good job.
Perhaps. There's not much I can do at the moment.
I see how the position could be a bit tedious. At least until there's more people arriving.
Okay. Was that it?
This is an awkward situation. I was hoping to take a look around the Institute.
But you thought it was abandoned.
Indeed, and that's why I thought nobody would mind.
We certainly do mind. This is private property, you know. Hanwell Mental Institute was never abandoned, just closed to the public until recently. Okay. And still, deserted or not, it's not like just anyone can walk inside. You do realize that.
To be fair, it is still trespassing whether someone's here or not, but that's not the point. He's being honest with you.
This caught me completely by surprise. I'm not sure what to say.
Well, you can start by explaining yourself. Why did you come here?
Well, to be fair, that's a pretty good question.
The last thing I expected was to find people here tonight. I assumed the Institute had shut down indefinitely.
Not indefinitely. It's true that it ceased to operate for a number of years, but we're in the process of reopening it now. While not in the most pristine of conditions, which should be evident if you look around, the structure is still robust and usable, but there's a lot of work to do.
I must say its general state is indeed rough, but I can see how with some cleanup, intensive cleanup, you could get this place up and running again.
Also, other mental hospitals in the region are growing overcrowded, which has prompted state authorities to reuse this place.
Ah, okay.
Why are other hospitals so overcrowded?
I can't say. Maybe it's the times we're living in. Don't you feel somewhat overwhelmed by everything that's going on in the world? I often do. Guess some people are less prepared to cope with all that and, need help.
Yeah. Don't blame him.
I see your point.
Okay.
Still, that doesn't mean I can allow a complete stranger in.
Okay, so these are obviously our topics of conversation that we can ask her about. Clearly, there's something else that we can ask there, because I think once you've run out maybe of things to say on that topic, it crosses it out. So we've still got things to talk about. Let's just finish off this point of topic, though.
So, let me get this straight. The whole institute is being reopened?
That's what I said. Patients from smaller hospitals who are not getting proper attention are being relocated here, and extensive renovations are scheduled to begin tomorrow.
It all seems rather empty, though.
Tonight, it's just me, security, Dr. Miller, and a few patients in the building.
Oh, so there are patients in the building. Wait, okay. That changes things, though, because it seemed like you were open temporarily to get the renovation started and maybe sort of get the staff in and just gradually open this place up. But you've already started admitting patients? That's insane. Okay, can we ask something else then? Process of reporting.
But where are all the workers?
Here we go.
I don't see any ongoing construction or renovations.
Yeah, good point.
It's almost nighttime. Everyone else is arriving in the morning.
Okay. Complete stranger.
This isn't my first time here, you know.
Oh! You used to work here?
Yeah, not exactly.
Well, I'm very much acquainted with this institute.
You should have said so in the first place. I still don't understand why you came all the way up here in the evening.
There's something from those old days that I need to find, and quite urgently. It's a health issue.
Oh, okay.
You sound serious.
Very much so.
And you're looking for...
Documents mostly, maybe some notes. There's a matter of great importance that I need to understand.
Well, it's a highly unusual situation, but it's not like you can cause much trouble. And if you do, I'll have the security guard have a not-so-friendly talk with you.
Oh, okay. What, the one security guard that you've got for this entire place?
Understood.
Let's talk rules then. First, you're fully responsible for your own safety.
Fair enough.
I accept all the risks.
You must also leave before dawn. The construction workers are arriving early and will turn the place upside down. And please, steer clear of the upper floors. There's dangerous equipment up there. Do we have an agreement?
Oh, because I want to go up there. And we're going to have to go up there. You know that we're going to have to go up there. I can't, but we are going to have to agree to it.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much, Julia. This means a lot.
Very well. Go ahead. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Okay.
Me too. Something tells me this is my last chance before the Institute as I knew it ceases to be.
It's going to be a whole different place in the morning, that's for sure.
Okay, so we've got permission to walk around, but we've got these other topics now that we can ask. Remembering my past, patients being relocated, my condition, Dr. Miller. Okay, so let's start with this.
My memories of this place are hazier than I thought.
It's likely its current state of disarray. I also find it disconcerting at times. The darkness and stillness of the night doesn't help either.
That's very true. Part of the reason I'm here is to make sense out of my stay at the Institute.
Your stay?
You know, when I...
It's okay. I understand.
Do you?
You do?
I know what you meant.
Okay, we can keep asking.
I'm still trying to remember.
There's still time, but hurry up.
Wait. There's still time, but hurry up? No, I feel like... Oh, someone's playing Oblivion Remastered. I feel like she's kind of saying something that we're manifesting within our own head. Does that make sense? Like we're projecting? I feel like this is a bit Shutter Island-y. You know what I mean? The film? Pretty sure it's Shutter Island. Where he's in the mental institution, he goes in as a police officer, and I don't know if... Spoiler alert, guys. If you've ever seen this film, if you don't want to hear it, skip past this bit. But when you find out in the end that he's actually a patient, I think maybe this has got a similar kind of vibe, you know? Like there's going to be a few twists and turns in this.
I'm still trying to remember.
There's still time, but hurry up.
Oh, she's repeating, so we can't learn anything more just yet about that. Maybe we can come back and speak to her a bit later on, and we can ask that, and it'll be slightly different. Okay, so topics. Patients being relocated.
You said there's more people here. Patients too?
Yes, although we're operating with reduced staff. The establishment is far from ready, as should be apparent, meaning mostly low-risk patients have been readmitted.
In this state? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
It could use some maintenance, yes. And trust me, I'm freezing to death without those radiators working.
There's absolutely no way health and safety would allow you to put patients in here. No way.
I was under the impression nobody cared about this place anymore, which is why I thought it wouldn't hurt to have a quick look around.
You could have gotten hurt, though. It's not safe to walk everywhere. For instance, no one is allowed on the 3rd floor yet, which is falling apart.
And yet you're allowing patients in here. It doesn't make sense. If you're putting people on the ground floor and yet the upper floors are unsafe, what if they collapse on the ground floor? That doesn't make any sense.
Still, this is all so strange.
Why do you say that? There's nothing strange about an eminent mental hospital reopening for the benefit of society.
You mentioned that patients are being relocated.
Correct. There's hardly anyone here tonight, but a crew of construction workers will be arriving first thing in the morning. I understand the plan is to have the Institute operating at full capacity in about 10 days.
10 days? You're going to renovate this entire place in 10 days? Not a chance.
That's ambitious, given the state of the building.
Thank you. Literally read my mind, dude.
They said it looks worse than it really is, you know.
No. No, it's genuinely as worse as it looks.
Don't you find it strange that they're reopening the Institute after all this time?
I don't see what's odd about that. Experts deemed the building usable. Similar mental hospitals didn't have such luck, though, and have been demolished.
Okay. We can keep on pushing these points. It's quite good. The dialogue in this is really thorough. There's a lot of it.
Don't you find it strange that they're reopening the Institute after all this?
I don't see what's odd about that.
Okay, so we can't push her anymore on that. My condition.
You know, I didn't have the best of experiences at the Hanwell Mental Institute.
I'm sorry to hear that. As I told you, I'm not familiar with those days. My understanding is that things were rough. But I can assure that all current staff members are new and everyone is eager to get this place up and running again.
So it sounds then maybe that back in the day, the people that worked here weren't necessarily professional, shall we say?
Julia, your enthusiasm is commendable, considering the state of this place.
I like to think positive.
Anything else that we can...
Part of the reason why I came back is to make sense out of my involvement in the Institute.
I'm sorry, but as he was saying that, she just seems so bored. She's like clicking her fingers on the desk, just like, oh my god, is he ever going to shut up?
It sounds as if you didn't enjoy working here.
Oh, she still thinks that we worked here.
Well, you could say it was a traumatic period in my life.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm even having nightmares about it.
Seriously?
It's been bothering me for weeks. This pressing feeling that I need to do or understand some decisive detail, almost as if I forgot something of extreme importance here.
I hope you find what you're looking for then.
Thanks. Anything else?
I've been thinking about this institute for a long time now, but only today realized that I needed to come here one more time. Like a strange sense of urgency.
You're beginning to sound awfully cryptic. If you didn't like it here, then why are you doing this?
Good question.
That's a great question. Why am I doing this?
Okay, I need to get back to work now. Try to make it a quick visit for your peace of mind.
Yeah, because you're getting bored.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Let's talk about Dr. Miller.
So who's Dr. Miller?
He has been appointed as the new head director of the Institute, and he's overseeing the whole reopening process.
I thought Hanwell was the director. Isn't that the name of the institute?
That was a long time ago, and I'm not sure about that history either. I do recall that Dr. Miller and Dr. Hanwell were acquainted with each other. And I don't think Dr. Miller is planning to change the name of the Institute either, out of respect for Dr. Hanwell.
Okay. Interesting.
Where can I find Dr. Miller?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you.
Why?
Why?
I love how this game is like anticipating the questions that I would ask. That's really cool.
Because that area is off limits, and we had an agreement.
Okay, so it's on the upper floors. You could just say...
Fine. I don't want to get you into trouble. I have nothing else to say about this.
Okay.
Fine by me. If that's all, I'll get back to work.
So, we're on good terms now?
Yes, if you need information about something, you can come to me. I can get a bit intimidating at this time of the day, but between you and me, I don't mind a bit of company. This place can get on your nerves.
Got it. I promise I'll try to relieve your boredom.
Okay, cool. So let's...
See you later, Julia.
Okay, let's come out of that then, and let's see if we can do a little bit of exploring. So, my god, yeah, she wasn't... she wasn't wrong. This place is a mess. Although, to be fair, depending on how many workers you got on this place, 10 days? 10 days is not a lot of time. So we can go over there. That's speaking to her. We can go over there, go over there. Okay, so that's going to go up there. Let's have a look at this. What do we got? Okay. We do anything with that? I don't think so, no. We go... Why would we look at that? Maybe that's going to have some importance later. I don't know. Ooh, what's that? Can we read that? Can we zoom in? How do we... No, that's not zoom in. That's zoom in. No, it's not enough. These broken chairs were almost begging you to leave the building. Maybe they didn't want any visitors. Yeah. There were no point in rummaging through trash cans. My god, my reading. Guys, I'm so sorry. It will get better, I promise. The state of disrepair in the Institute was truly mind-boggling. There you go, that was better. Okay. An old but elegant grandfather clock, which unfortunately was no longer working. Okay. What's through here? Is this going to be like... I feel like this might be her area. No? Ooh, okay. This is creepy. Love the fact that there's like no music. All you've got is the ambient sounds. Visitors would sit here to speak with their relatives or loved ones. Such a desolate sight now was heartbreaking. What I assumed was an alarm button didn't work. It might have been used to alert security of any troublesome patients during visits. Okay, that makes sense. It's like a visiting area then? Ooh, okay. Mouse button to examine the item, left click to put it down. Someone's old reading glasses, some visitors. All things considered, rearranging the tables and cleaning up a bit wouldn't take too much time. Yeah, that's what I was saying in the other room. It's actually... Get some people on this and spruce it up. I don't think it would take much time. Ooh. I began to remember the layout of the building. This was the administrative area, with offices for a few key staff members. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, at least they had fire extinguishers. That is, provided they were operational. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the end of this, seeing as we're nearly there. Can we go in there? Yeah, we can. A thick veil of grime covered the window, and it was a shame. I could have used a glimpse of the outside world. We're talking like we're in some sort of noir detective story. Out of service for repairs. Out of service, I wasn't planning to go in anyway, no. The men's room, evidently, was what intrigued me was the women's room was nowhere in the vicinity. Interesting. Why, is this a hospital for only men? It was impossible to see my reflection with all that dirt. Perhaps a long time ago, these sinks had invited people to wash their hands, but not now. Just a regular trash can, which unsurprisingly hadn't been emptied. I like how we can interact with all this stuff, it's cool. Ugh. This is when we see like a hand reach up from underneath here. It's going to be one of those games where you're investigating something like over here, and then you turn to look over and something's going to be right in your face. I know it. Anything there? Yet another example of the sad state of disrepair in this place. Clearly had to do something about the state of the building if they were hoping to reopen it, yes. Okay. I think we've seen everything in here. This way? Go in there. What does that say? Anthony J. Angle. I can't really make that out. It's a diploma. Ah, here we go. Like a library. We're after documents, aren't we? The wallpaper was falling apart, giving way to moistened plaster. Ugh. Moistened. Right. That's a horrible word. Moist. I do not like that word at all. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. One of these. Psychotherapy in our society. Perception. Horizons of anthropology. The Doctor and the Soul, the Psychotic, Self and Others, Uses and Abuses of Psychology, The Psychology of Study. Oh my god, we can take these out? Press tab to read the text more clearly. Okay. Okay. How do we... There we go. I wonder if we're going to find something in here. No, I feel like something's going to get added to our diary if we open a book and... it contains something that we need. Is it really going to have us look for all this and there'd be nothing there? Oh, what a jip. Okay, fine. Nothing there. Maybe we have to come back here at some point. The blackboard seemed to have been used and overused through countless years. Why did you come? Look at that! Why did you come? That is clearly aimed at us. Below it... Hang on. Below it... Below it... Below it something... 2? I can't make out that... what it says there. That's really creepy. Okay. I could still perceive the smell of intensely strong cigarettes. Yeah, that smell, it does not go away. That stale cigarette smell, it's horrible. What's this? Relaxing classic music. Ooh, lovely. Prelude to guitar number 16. Some important items are collected in your record book. Press escape at any time. Okay. Toccata in D minor, variations, and Dusk on a G flat. What have we got here? Oh my goodness me. 1. Beginnings. For decades, the Hanwell Mental Institute housed patients of many ages with varying degrees of mental illness. Feeble-minded men and women not fit for living independently in society were admitted and received excellent nursing care. With a hygienic environment, magnificent facilities, and well-qualified personnel, the Institute strived to attend to all their needs. The 4-story building was constructed atop a cliff amidst a leafy and calm forest. With the goal of housing over 300 patients, this particular location ensured maximum security. Access was severely restricted, and any patient attempting to leave would have to descend a rocky and winding path down to the base of a high mountain, thwarting any attempt to escape the facilities. Jesus. Every day, patients could spend their time in the vast courtyard, library or game room, and take part in other leisure activities. The most capable ones were periodically selected to help with daily duties such as laundry, cooking, administrative tasks, and such. Groups were assembled and assigned to there we go. Therapists according to the cognitive capabilities of their members, engaging each individual in diverse approaches to therapy. These included standard rehabilitation, hydrotherapy, group therapy, and, for the more difficult cases, other more stringent methods. Please be more mindful of the vinyl records. Their covers are scattered all over this section, and they're getting damaged. We can't let patients play with them, although I've seen members of the staff being careless with them as well. It's a shame and a disgrace to all the hard work we nurses do here to keep this place running smoothly. Alice. Okay, anything else? No. Okay. Anything on the floor? Anything up above? No demon faces. Okay, I think that's all she wrote for this room. That's straight back into where we've just been. Archives, meeting room, visit rooms. Archives, here we go. This is what we wanted. Here we go. We needed documents. Records, notes, essays, even newspapers, but nothing of importance. God, you looked through that quick. Okay. Many rows of boxes, presumably filled with administrative papers, adorned the east wall. Oh, okay, lots of things to look at here. Start over here. In the safe? The safe may have stored valuable stuff once, but all that remained was meaningless. Okay. Knife. I figured the letter opener would come in handy. Okay, we will have a look at our journal, because a few things have been added. I just want to have a look around up here first. Certain items be picked up and used later. Right-click. Items. Letter opener. A fairly elegant letter opener. Sharp, too. The letter opener seemed sharp enough to cut through more than just paper. Interesting. Hint. The letter opener seemed sharp enough to cut through more than just paper. Okay. Yeah, that is definitely a hint. So that's going to come in handy. Maybe to defend ourselves. Seem to be stuck. We jam the letter opener in there. This is like a ledger. What was our name? A register of patients who have forever become part of the Hanwell Mental Institute. Is it going to say the same thing no matter where I put it? Yeah, okay. Ugh. Oh, a vinyl player. Okay. Interesting. So we can skip the tracks on it as well. There's a vinyl player in the other room that we came across. Can we not... We couldn't take it though, I don't think. There was nothing worth mentioning. Now, we're going to have to come back and use this 100%. Nothing of note. Okay. What's this, a map? Speaker wiring diagram. The wiring diagrams seem to indicate the location of speakers across this section of the first floor. What? Speakers? Why the hell would I want to know where the speakers are? I can't even... Oh, so these are the speakers here? There. Okay. Strange. Not quite sure why I'd want to know that. Is this everything that was in here? There's nothing here about me. You're joking, in the archive room. Okay. This way then. Ugh. Okay, now let's finish going down corridor. Dr. Ebersbacher. Ebersbacher? Ebersbacher. Great name. Strange painting. Ugh, look at that dude there. Just... okay. That's creepy. Let's go into Dr. Ebersnacker then. Ebersbacher? Ebersbacher. Can't remember his name. A dimly lit office belonged to Dr. Ebersbacher, a stern and cold psychologist whom I remembered from the stay at the Institute. I was surprised to find the room unlocked. Yes. Yes. Who's this? Oh my god, the statue was fairly heavy and somewhat tacky. Okay. Judgy much? Can't open those. Go over there, we can go over there. Okay, let's start this way. We go up there. I wondered what it was used for. What? I can't see what it is. Something needs to be placed there, definitely. Use the mouse button to move the camera. Place it at the top or the bottom of the screen and pan up or down while zoomed in. Okay. So we need a code, do we? Should we just guess it? Imagine if we got it now. Imagine. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Okay, we can't. There's nothing in there of importance. It doesn't look like it. I'm clicking. Anything? I'm clicking like mad. Nothing. This drawer was shut tight. I wondered if there would be anything of interest inside. Of course, the one drawer that we need to get to is the one drawer that's locked. Of course it is. Here we go. What about this one? Ah. Nope. Anne Ebersbacher, an ideal complement. The recovery rate of the Institute was high, thanks to advanced treatments and novel group therapy techniques pioneered by the universally acclaimed psychologist, Dr. Anne Ebersbacher. Even patients with extreme mental disorders showed meaningful progress under her care and went on to enjoy full lives within the walls of the Institute. Many others returned to their families in time, ready to face new challenges and experiences in their improved conditions. Dr. Ebersbacher organized and directed group therapy sessions for patients who had a chance of recovering or demonstrating an ability to reason. She even took part in many of those sessions herself, investing an unusual amount of effort in her patients' progress. Colleagues remember her soft, caressing voice. It had a magical effect, soothing everyone around her. Come on, this is really slow. Oh my god, we can scroll it? Okay, her dedication was initially perceived by the rest of the staff as the mark of passion and altruism, but in time it became apparent that her interest was purely medical, although Dr. Ebersbacher was a generally moral and honourable person. She was in fact wholly uninterested in the patients themselves and was focused rather on the improvement of science. It was by pure chance that her patients improved in return. In later years, Dr. Ebersbacher's demeanour became cold and calculating. She began to neglect herself, always showing up to work untidy and exuding a sombre mood. Rumours that she made a startling discovery abound to this day. Okay. Interesting. Dr. Ebersbacher has some secrets, I think. Ebersbacher's library was respectable and well preserved. Indeed. Indeed. Yes, Ebersbacher had a degree in clinical psychology. Who's saying yes to? No one asked a question. Wish we can get that thing at the top, that text at the top to go away. Use the mouse to move the camera. Place it at the top or bottom of the screen to pan up or down while zoomed in. Yeah, we know this. I was wondering what happened to these people. Ooh. Right-click to show an item you are carrying. A cassette player owned by Dr. Ebersbacher. Possibly meant she maybe have used it to record her thoughts of her sessions. I think that's what it said. Right-click to show an item you are carrying. Left-click to use the item or right-click to put it down. Surely the cassette player was going to be useful. There was no point in tearing it apart with the letter opener. I didn't know. Interesting. Okay. So. Interesting. Okay. So we can use the items we've got while we're examining things. My hopes of finding a meaningful clue in the trash bin were crushed when I saw it was empty. What caught my attention was the bin was too clean, as if it had been emptied fairly recently. Oh my god. How much text is that? Oh my god, okay. When I first arrived at the Institute, I wasn't sure what to expect. Though it's well located and its facilities are modern and effective, the horse and buggy mentality... Oh, I was going to say, I thought she arrived with a horse and buggy. The horse and buggy mentality of the staff and approach to medicine are appalling. It's been a few weeks already since I got here, and I know for certain that I won't get along with Ellis. I can appreciate Dr. Hanwell's perspective and his need to take a firm hand in everyday activities at the Institute. I know too well what it means to deal with these sick, mindless individuals. But Ellis is an altogether different matter. His attitude is borderline brutish and dates back to a bygone era of barbaric practices. I can't understand how this character was attained so much rank and power of the Institute. Wish I could understand that what Hanwell saw in him. In spite of the general adverse environment, I'm anxious to start testing my theories with a number of patients. Fortunately, the staff seem to respect my background and extensive studies. They almost seem intimidated by them. Even Ellis treats me differently, with a kind of silent doubt, as if he didn't know what to expect. And I've seen how he treats women in the Institute. Guess I must be some sort of puzzle to him. So I look forward to keeping my notes and observations in this journal. I'll be working with a particularly diverse group, with some of its members exhibiting extreme and promising pathologies. Rebecca is by far the most intriguing subject. This woman has been a schizophrenic from a young age, exhibiting a rambling and erratic personality. No family, no social life to speak of. She used to live in the suburbs, where she'd roam aimlessly in the streets. Your typical town loony. Last year, she was viciously raped by 2 thugs, then left heavily beaten and bruised in a damp alley. It's a miracle she's still alive. It's a miracle anyone cared enough to save her. Sadly, she became pregnant after the attack, which sent her psyche into an even darker downward spiral. Her mind is in a nadir now. She thinks she's carrying the spawn of the devil and has repeatedly attempted to perform an abortion. Oh my god, that's horrific. A fringe case by any measure, the sort of patient that would have received unabashed shock treatment in other institutions, and the perfect subject to test newer, less invasive approaches to mind healing. Our first group therapy sessions will begin tomorrow with about half a dozen patients, or so I've been told. I'm going to focus on one particular group for now, and I believe Hanwell himself will be present for the first sessions. Nothing of the sort has been attempted in this place, and I'm excited to take the first steps into a brighter, new age of psychology. Okay, I wonder what those experiments look like. But they weren't great. But the same thing? Okay. What else? I was wondering what happened to these people. Anything else? We go over there? Yes, okay. Sophisticated choice for this room. What could it have meant for the owner? So, we've got a nude model. Someone painting her from behind? Okay. These drawers seem to be jammed? Interesting. How do I thought maybe I could get the letter opener out on that, but I can't. Time does it say? 4:15. I always, in games like this, I always note the time because somehow it always seems to be relevant. 4:15 it says there. I'm going to check the other clocks. I need to remember to keep checking the floor because there's a lot of papers on the floor. Okay, what have we got here? Dr. Hawthorne. What's in here first? Okay, so this is the room leading out into reception. Psychology of love. There was a series of uninteresting magazines on the table, dated to. Opening of West Infirmary, 1878. Jesus. Look at him. Doesn't seem very happy to be there, nor him. Anything else? What's this? Reasons for admission. 1864 to 1889. Intemperance and business trouble. Kicked in the head by a horse. What? Hereditary predisposition. Ill treatment by husband. Imaginary female trouble. Hysteria. Immoral life. Imprisonment. Jealousy of religion. Laziness. What? Why are all the first initials like highlighted? If it spells anything. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. That's me trying to be too witty and clever and thinking too much outside the box. What is that? That seems to be a photo somewhere maybe in the Institute. Okay. Nothing over there. I think that just takes us out. Okay. Oh. The office of someone named Hawthorne. It's locked. Interesting. Okay. The vast and lonely ocean extended as far as the eye could see. I felt like it was the end of the world. Oh my god, yeah, you can see the sea, I've just noticed. Oh, that's really cool. Nice effect. Nice to hear the ocean as well. Janitor. Ugh. Okay. It was too dark in the closet to see anything. Okay, so we need some light. Ah! The light mysteriously works in the closet. Time's different here. At 10 past 10 or 10 to 2? Okay. Just a bunch of meaningless notes left for the poor janitor. Classical gold. Violin concertos. Okay. Can we keep any of these? Because we do have a record player. We get to pick them up, but we're not getting allowed to keep them. There were probably multiple bug species crawling on that blanket. Yeah, probably. Judging by the smell, it had been a while since anyone had attempted that trash. Ugh. Right-click to show, and we can slice this open. Ah! Here we go. Self-psych disorders. Oh, is that it? Out of everything in that bag, that's what we have? Self-psych disorders. Several liquids that were of no use to me, some of them dangerous even. The boxes seemed to be filled with random junk. I had the impression that if it worked, the radio would only play pre-war transmissions. The boxes seem to be filled with random junk. Okay, so that's pretty much all we can... Oh, here we go. Ooh, God, that's bright. Area. Hawthorne cleaned using cloth, empty trash, daily. Okay. This is just his, like, daily task list. October 14th. Floor swept, then mopped, sanitizer applied to walls. Doesn't seem anything worth noting about that. There's nothing else in here, is there? I thought we'd have come across something in here. Literally nothing. Okay. So, really, all we've got left now is this way. Because she said we can't go upstairs. We can only archives, meeting, and visiting rooms, as well as the bathroom. Yeah, we've been down there. So, yeah, she said that we can't go upstairs. So it's pretty much all we can do. Here's the map. Ooh, okay. So we're here. I got it. Okay, so we came in through here. This is where we spoke to the woman. We've just been along this corridor. And now we're up here. Okay. Corridor 1B. Oh God, this place is massive. So, is this all the first? Yeah, this is the first floor. Oh my God. This place is enormous. So we're about to enter corridor 1B. That was 1A we've just come from. Okay. My God. Ooh. Frustratingly, this door wouldn't open. Shame. I could have used some fresh air. Yeah, it really... It's giving off a very... horrible sort of vibe. Okay, so we do... Okay, so... Female infirmary. Didn't it say down there that there was no female toilets? But they do have female patients. Okay, start this way. I had a real thought that something was going to jump out then. The light switch wasn't working. I had to content myself with exploring this hallway in shadows. we peek? Can peek. That's disgusting. Something's going to come out at us. Something's going to poke through the window. Ooh, okay. Oh, great. Yeah, it's going there. That looks friendly. No hospital would be complete without a good old-fashioned corkboard. It all seemed to be random notes, even silly jokes from better days the Institute had seen, not the kind of information I was looking for. Just some pointless notes and directions left by the staff, which are meaningless to me. Okay. Oh, look. Blood. The door was shut tight, yeah. Can we not peek through these windows? The door was stuck. Try as I might, I couldn't open it. Okay, so this side of the hallway is a dud. We'll have to go down the females' corridor. Okay. Well, we're not getting through there, are we? The door seems to be latched from the other side. Oh my god! We can't go anywhere in this corridor. Okay. That's the library as well. We could really do with going in there. Nothing. Switch was useless. So we have to go back and speak to the receptionist lady. We've been all around there. Let's we attempt to go up? We did say that I thought we said that we weren't going upstairs, or was it only the third floor we couldn't go up? Let me speak to her, hang on.
Sorry to bother you again, Julia. Look, I found this lying around.
That looks dangerous.
It's just a letter opener.
You've heard of tetanus, right? It can kill you.
Wait, isn't that like a very old disease?
Somewhat. It has been declining since the 40s, but not everyone has been vaccinated. Are you?
I can't remember.
Well, make sure you don't cut yourself with that thing.
Okay.
This topic is giving me a headache.
Yeah, me too.
What?
I have nothing else to say about this.
Fine by me. If that's all, I'll get back.
I'm sure there's something of great importance inside a drawer, but unfortunately it's locked.
Should you be opening that drawer?
It's just a random drawer.
It's probably locked for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, that's a great point.
Yep.
I don't think we have anything else to discuss.
Thank you for being considerate. There's so much
Okay. Anything about...
I'm still trying to remember.
There's still time, but hurry up.
Yeah, that line is still dodgy as hell, man. Okay, topics. Patients being at my condition. Note in the janitor closet.
No, I found the most strange note in the trash.
Are you picking up random trash?
Yes, I am. Say what?
What? No. I just happened to see the paper in a bag.
Okay, I'll bite. What's on the paper?
It looks like notes for chapters in a book. Very abbreviated.
Well, there are many books in the meeting room.
You're right. I might go and take another look.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
This topic is giving me a headache.
Yeah, me too.
What do you know about the Kirkbride architecture?
Phew, that's a loaded topic. It's the structure of this very same building.
Yes, I assumed as much.
But I know it became dated and impractical, and a big part of the upcoming renovations beginning tomorrow is to turn this old design into a more flexible layout.
Sounds ambitious.
I hear they're going to tear the place apart.
Don't you think the patients currently admitted at the Institute will react poorly to the extensive layout changes?
That's thoughtful of you, but look at this place. It's huge. The workers could get started on the female wing and the males wouldn't hear a thing.
Yes, I can't argue with that.
Okay.
Julia, do you know of a therapist named Anne Ebers-Baker?
Oh, Ebers-Baker. It's definitely... It's not Ebers-Baker. It's Ebersbacher. 100%.
No, I'm sorry. She used to work here?
I believe so, yes.
In that case, I've no idea. As far as I understand, they're only hiring new people.
This topic is giving me a...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all for now. I'll be back.
Okay, so we're gonna... So... What did she... Okay. Wait. She felt terrible about not disclosing the truth to Julia, but there was no way she'd have allowed me in if she knew that I was a former patient in the Institute. In any case, the first step to understanding my condition was to remember what had afflicted me in this place. A large drawer in the Ebersbacher's office was shut tight with a combination lock. Undoubtedly, something important was inside. So Hanwell Mental Institute was reopening all of a sudden. There was decidedly something strange about the whole situation, especially this imperative need to bring back former patients. I had been experiencing this condition for days. First, they'd been mildly annoying, the brief blackouts, but then I couldn't stand them anymore. It said self and psych disorders. Self and psych disorder. Wait, self and psych disorders. I remember that the Kirkbride plan was a proposed layout system in the mental hospitals for a treatment of patients. It was believed that the architecture was conducive to the healing of the mind. Okay. Julie was the new receptionist at the Hanwell Mental Institute. I was shocked to see her sitting at the desk upon entering the building, but she seemed nice. Plus, she allowed me to come in without providing much explanation. Julie had mentioned that an intriguing Dr. Miller was taking over operations in the Institute, clearly someone I'd have to speak to eventually. I vaguely remembered Dr. Ebersbacher as a therapist who treated patients with novel psychology methods. The letter opener seemed sharp enough to cut through more than just paper. Okay, we've done that. So, okay, I'm going to try and go upstairs. That's what I'm going to try and do. Oh, we did it. Maybe it's just the third floor that we can't go up. I could catch glimpses of the outside world through the windows, but menacing clouds ruined the view. It was quite dark outside, and it would stay that way for many hours. Okay. Apparently the door was latched from the other side. The view might once have been breathtaking, but between the stains, dirt, and the gloomy night, it was anything but. Apparently the door was latched from the other side. My God, we can't go anywhere. So whatever it is that we need to do to progress, we need to do it on this floor. I had no idea how to turn them on, otherwise I'd certainly have tried. Yeah. Whatever it is we need to do, we need to figure it out on this floor. Chapters in a book. Self-psych disorders. So there's self. Chapters in a book. Oh wait, there's 3 numbers. That could be the... Wait. Motivation and emotion, social psychology. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. The book is self, and then under chapter 3, it's psychiatric disorders. So self, psych disorders. That might be it. 287? Let's try 287. Two, 8. Ah! Oh my god, thank god. Okay, what have we got? A cassette. Okay. Journal updated. Okay, isn't there a cassette player in this room down there? Where... Ah, here we go. Items. Cassette. I wondered what interesting secrets were recorded on this tape. Okay, let's go find out. I'm pretty sure there's a tape machine in here. Yeah, there is. And then put... Ah. How do we...
Earlier this morning I used foul language in reprimanding a clumsy nurse who forgot to lock the door to the female wing. Truly offensive, dirty words. I don't recall ever doing that before. I've clearly been under a lot of stress lately. My worst fear is becoming another Alice, so I need to remain level-headed and focused. It's this place. There's a general feeling of unease in the Institute, and those unsettling rumors don't help. But the main reason for my jumpy state has to be the baffling regression in Group E. It's disconcerting and worrying. I'm giving Alice too many reasons to use shock treatment on these patients and take all of us decades back in time. Alice Hawthorne, the backwards time traveler, that fucking bastard. Ah, there you go. I did it again. Of all the cases, Rebecca is obviously the most puzzling one. She's having nightmares about her attackers again, after months of not uttering a word about the incident. And she's also becoming increasingly violent. I fear she will seriously harm herself. Yesterday, Alice found her viciously scratching her stomach. So much she left flesh wounds. She should be giving birth sometime in July. That's 3 weeks from now. Certainly this fact could be the explanation for her regression, if it wasn't for the rest of them.
Okay. It says something about Group E as well. Okay, interesting. So, let's see what we've added in our journal about that. Topics. Group E. It was crucial for my peace of mind to look further into the mysterious Group E and whether I'd be part of it. Yeah. So how do we go about find the therapy room? It was of paramount importance for my search to find the room Rebecca treated her patients. I read that awful. Okay, so we have to find the therapy room. Okay. So go to the map, I suppose? The therapy room's going to be on the map. Oh.
Julia, it's Bruno. Our adorable high-risk patient has escaped again. No idea how he does that. Please call someone. I need assistance immediately. I'm outside the cafeteria.
Interesting. Who called for help? The voice said something about a patient who had escaped. Okay. So, before we go... Yeah, she's gone. Does that mean that the rooms upstairs are going to be open now, or does it mean that we can search her desk? That's what it's going to mean, isn't it? We can search her desk. Yes. Okay, we're going to be quick, though, I imagine. So, let's have a look. It seemed like Julia had a lot of paperwork to do. Just like the rest of the Institute, the phone, albeit stylish, was old and dusty. Several scribbled notes were scattered on the desk. They were mostly uninteresting doodles that Julia had probably drawn while bored. Here we go. Register of visitors. We can't... Yeah, we can't flick through them. Okay. An elegant typewriter was sitting on Julia's desk. Is that all we're gonna see? What happens if we revisit down here now? Are we gonna see something else?
Hold on.
Ah.
Who the hell are you?
I'm just looking around.
You what? Does this look like a shopping mall to you?
I spoke with Julia and she gave me permission. You don't need to worry about me.
This place. It's unbelievable. Am I the only one taking my job seriously?
Well,
Look, it doesn't matter. I have enough on my plate with this patient on the loose. Just be on your way.
Patient on the loose?
Yeah, I managed to lock him inside the cafeteria. See for yourself.
Okay. He's gonna jump out at us. Yeah. Called it. Okay, it didn't get me. Nearly did. Whoa, he's going for it. Okay. That was good. Okay, so... Can we go through here now?
Hey, you can't go in there.
No. Okay, so... That's different, but it has... Ah, here we go. Can we ask him some questions now?
I see what you mean. That guy seems dangerous.
Dangerous? He's a flaming demon. He's tearing down the whole place. At this rate, there won't be a cafeteria in the morning.
You do seem busy, but can I ask some questions anyway?
Sure, whatever. The name's Bruno.
Bruno. Hi, Bruno. Let me ask you about Group E.
Does the term Group E ring a bell, Bruno?
Nah. Is that a therapy group?
Okay.
I believe so, yes. I'm trying to find more information about it.
The archived documents in this place are a complete mess, so good luck with that.
But why is that? Why is everything here in such a state of disarray?
I don't know much about it, except that it was well before my time here. That's past history now.
Okay. You're literally no help.
You mentioned something about past history with the Institute.
Ugly business. I don't like gossip, especially when my job is involved. This is all I know. It was mostly a conflict between the staff and directors.
Conflict? Over what?
Disagreements about the handling of patients. Apparently there were oversights. Quite a few of them. I don't know much more other than what the newspapers said. You know, the rumors.
Rumors? Okay, let's ask about the madman.
So, a madman on the loose.
Yes, we're having a bit of trouble with this especially rowdy patient. It's the second time today that he's escaped. In my defense, the high-risk section needs a lot of maintenance. Low risk is in somewhat better shape, sans the atmosphere of impending doom. But high risk needs some intensive work, pronto.
Yeah, you'd think high risk needs like the most urgent attention. If it needs work, do that one first.
That doesn't inspire much confidence, though.
Welcome to my world. Be thankful there's only one high-risk patient admitted at the moment.
Ah, okay, so he's the only one.
Yikes.
Okay. You going to say any more?
About this.
Stop pestering me, will you?
Okay. Can't push him on that. People. Yeah, okay, so he's added to that.
Do you know where the therapy room is?
Yes. It's on the other side of this floor.
The other side of the floor, okay.
Great, and how can I get there?
You can't with Samson back here trashing the whole cafeteria. It's the only way to reach the back corridor of this floor.
You mean the cafeteria is the only way to the therapy room?
Yeah, well, the library also connects both sides of the building, but the last time I checked, it was locked.
Can you unlock it?
You don't have the keys to the library?
No.
What kind of security guard are you?
Hey, back off. This place is a mess. It's a miracle they have any security.
Okay, so how the hell am I supposed to get to the therapy room?
I wish you could give me more info about it.
You are giving me a headache.
Okay, he's definitely not being pushed on that. People, items.
I wish you could give me more info about it.
You are...
Nothing on that. Let's ask about himself then.
Tell me about you, Bruno.
I'm just what you see. Nothing more.
I see a troubled man in front of me with an attitude problem.
Oof.
Ha ha, so funny. Let me know how you feel after you spend a few more hours in this place.
Okay. Yeah, don't piss him off. We need his help. What about Julia?
Like I said, I met Julia at the entrance. She seems to be a really nice person.
She's cool, but that's also her weakness. Sometimes she can be too nice.
What do you mean?
For example, as a receptionist, she let in a complete stranger who talks too much.
Yeah, to be fair, you can't argue with that.
I get it.
Okay, Dr. Miller?
Do you know this Dr. Miller?
Yeah, I've seen him around, but he's a reserved fellow. Haven't spoken much with him. He's the one calling the shots now.
What do you mean, calling the shots?
Dude, are you a bit slow? He's going to be in charge when this place officially reopens. And I hear he's also secured the money to make all this happen.
Wow.
Okay, so it's a big investment then for Dr. Miller. He needs this to succeed. Dr. Ebersbacher?
Does the name Ebersbacher ring a bell?
It's dude, me and you are going to disagree on this. It's Ebersbacher.
I remember seeing an office with that name, but that's all I know. Why are you asking? Are you related to her?
I'm not sure. I think I knew her, yes. There's a period of my life I can't quite remember.
Are you feeling okay? I have a couple of empty cells if you need to lie down and rest.
Yes. I'm fine.
You positive?
Absolutely. No need for that.
Okay, so all the people are done. The letter opener's done. Okay, so let's tell him about past history.
What are these rumors about past history?
Hey, you're gonna make some people here uncomfortable if you keep asking these questions. You know, the rumors that led to the shutdown back then. But I suggest you drop this line of questioning. Now, hold on. You're not a reporter, right?
No, dude.
Me? No, absolutely not.
Good.
Okay, we're going to have to ask you.
About this sudden shutdown.
Okay, listen. People here, that is, the new management, don't like hearing about that.
But you said it was old history.
Yeah, look. It's about the reputation of the place. Hanwell used to be a very well-respected institution. But then, something happened. It was serious. The police got involved, newspapers, everything. The whole shebang, and now, They're investing a lot of money to get this place up and running again. And they don't want those old stories surfacing again.
I see.
That it?
Can you at least tell me if you heard what happened? Just the overall details.
Patients got hurt. Badly.
Hurt?
Nasty stuff. And that's it. I'm not saying anything else on this topic.
Okay. Appreciate the information, Bruno.
Okay. Can we push him
About
some more?
this,
Stop pestering me, will you?
No. Okay. So we've done that. Group E. Anything
I
else?
wish you could give me more info about it.
You are giving me...
No.
Are you familiar with the Kirkbride plan?
Kirk what? Sounds like something I don't care about.
It's the architecture of the building we're in.
Oh, right. I remember hearing that term during meetings to coordinate the reopening. An old and impractical type of construction.
But there were plans to change that, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know the whole story. But for sure the idea is to continue that work, beginning tomorrow.
Okay, he doesn't know much about that.
I'd like to tell you why I'm here. You see,
Let me stop you right there. Not my problem. If Julia said it was okay for you to be here, then it's fine.
you're not even curious?
Do I look like the kind of person who pursues answers, knowledge, meaning?
What?
Exactly.
Fair enough. Patients being relocated?
I understand patients are being relocated.
That's the plan, yes.
Relocated from where?
Man, I don't know. Places. Other institutes that are too crowded. The world is a madhouse these days. What do you expect?
Do you at least know if they are old or new patients?
I don't, and that's not information I can openly share anyway. Tonight, there are very few patients admitted. Tomorrow, they're bringing more.
Okay. So that's the topics, the tasks, remembering my past.
You know, I was acquainted with this place in the past. A number of years ago,
Wait, why are you telling me this?
Why not?
Well, I assumed that since you're a security guard, you'd want to...
Hold on. We all have responsibilities here. I take care of patients who misbehave. Julia decides who gets in. That's it.
But
Anything else is above my paycheck.
Yeah, he really doesn't care. He wants to come in, do his job, get paid, and leave. And do you know what? You know, sometimes I don't blame you. Nothing else in the therapy room.
look, it's crucial that I get to the therapy room.
And look, this maniac behind me would rip your head off if he had the chance. There's no way I'm letting you in there.
Look, it's crucial that
And look, this
No. That's it. That's all I can ask him.
All right, I'll be going.
Hey, wait. You seem like a decent sport. Or at least a harmless one. I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, yeah. Come on, then. Let's progress this story. Let's get going.
Sure.
Can you go fetch my baton? I left it in my office when I went running to pursue our friend the Tasmanian Devil here.
Okay, I guess. Where is that?
You need to go all the way through the infirmary, then down the stairway. My office is in a lower corridor they used to call the Tunnel of the Damned.
Oh, great. Sounds lovely.
Good grief.
Nah, the name is more intimidating than it sounds. Just please go, ASAP. I need that baton to deal with the ongoing crisis.
Sounds good. I'll be on my way.
Okay, so... let me just fetch the baton. Bruno, the security guard, had asked me to fetch his baton to deal with the crazed patient, an annoying task, but the therapy room was beyond the cafeteria anyway, and I had to get there. Tunnel of the Damned. I had to go to the so-called Tunnel of the Damned, one of the most horrifying places in the Institute. Hopefully, I'd find the answers I was seeking in there. Okay, I forgot where he said it was. Ah! What an idiot. Okay, I've spent ages Even when the clean and orderly so many years ago, the infirmary had been a very cozy place. The malfunctioning fluorescent lights hurt my eyes as I made my way. Okay. Yeah. God, I went everywhere. And all I had to do was come here. Okay. Right, we're progressing. We're getting there. What do we got? Oh, there's that pregnant lady. Oh, look at this dude. And then there's, like, this doctor. I wonder if that's Dr. Miller or Dr. Ebersbacher. Okay, we can't... Ooh, this. It was weird that a patient's drawing was pinned to the corkboard, but I wagered the nurses had done it as a sort of motivational thing. Motivational thing? It's somebody stabbing somebody... Wait. Wait. Is that somebody pregnant? Because that looks like something in somebody's tummy. They're happy and the person stabbing is sad? You don't need to be an artist to show your emotions, but the more I look at this, the creepier it got, yeah. Jesus, okay. Right, what do we got here? Radiators weren't working, and it showed the infirmary felt like the Arctic. Most windows in areas with patients had some manners of protection. Still, sometimes a crazed patient would tear the grills apart and mash their head against the glass. Another record. Classic symphonies. We can't do anything with those. We're picking them up, but we can't keep them. I'm definitely not storing them somewhere, am I? Not there. Achievement, settings, interviews. Okay, anything else? What's this? It looked like some kind of organ. I had no idea which one. Oh, it's a see-through. I thought that was a picture on a tin. But it's not. It's like something in liquid. You could have put the best mattress you could find on those iron beds, and they still wouldn't be comfortable. It's the radiators. Okay, I think that's everything in this section. Yeah. Ugh. How I wish the radiators weren't turned on. Oh, were turned on. But I'd lost hope by then. Okay, anything else? Ah, some records. Yes. Now we're talking. Right, I can play those. Anything else? I was wondering when I was going to get some of those. Oops. I didn't think that would work. Sorry. Don't panic. Right. Items. Yellow record, red record, green record. The label on this vinyl read relaxing classical music. Nice, I could have used some relaxation. Red record. An old vinyl, classical gold. Green record. The record was in good condition. It said classical symphonies. Okay. I think they're going to come in handy. Right, let's do this. I like how he doesn't have the keys to the library, but he has the keys to this crazy corridor. This blocked stairway likely led to the basement and second floor. Okay, he said his office was all the way down. Apparently some patients had already been transferred, even before the reopening. I mean, you just would not put a patient in a room in these conditions. Nowadays, it just would not. There's no way you'd get away with that. This particular cell was quieter than the others. Ugh. Why? Oh, we can't stop at those doors. Interesting. Okay. I tried opening the cell to no avail. Yeah, there's no way this would be open. There's no way! There is no way hygiene would allow you to put patients in a place like this. I think we're imagining this. There didn't seem to be any water, or whatever unspeakable fluid ran through the pipes in this place. Yeah, there's no running water, the heating's not on, it's dirty, there's no way. Not much I could do with those sinks if water wasn't running. Okay, there's a teddy bear in the toilet. The showers were covered with icky mold and grime. I'm gonna get to that teddy bear. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. You gonna say the same thing? It was a depressing sight, to be sure. Showers here likely had an opposite effect of cleaning, yeah. Made you worse, made you dirtier. I guess somebody didn't like this teddy bear. Somehow I could relate to its situation, rejected and discarded by society. Was Robin locked up in this institute? What? The teddy bear was wet and filthy. Robin? I wondered how many diseases could be found in that toilet. Robin? Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, just relax. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna leave now. You're gonna stay right there. Ugh. Yes, he is. He's there. Okay. How did you get out? Okay, things are getting creepy now. What's he saying? Oh, I can't hear what he's saying. Locked tight. Ooh! Oh, look at that! Oh my god! Lock this behind you. Oh, Jesus, okay. Down the stairs. Oh, is this the lovely hallway? There was an old equipment scattered around, damaged and without any apparent use. Upon entering this corridor, I could see why it had been nicknamed Tunnel of the Damned. I didn't recall ever being down here, and I was thankful. Yeah. On further thought, it was a relief that at least something in this place actually worked properly and the cells were locked. Wait, there's people in here? What's that red mist? Well, I think that's his office, I think. Yeah. It wouldn't open, but there was probably nothing much of interest inside. Ah! I assumed a set of keys would be useful and grabbed them on impulse. Yes. I wondered what the story was behind that quaint music box. Una's cabinet was shut tight. Can we not use the keys? Keyring. Bruno had better not see me holding this keyring. He had a bad temper. Okay, and we can't... No, okay. Let's have a look. October 14th, noon. Music began. The blasted tune echoing in the corridor gets my nerves, as if all the bizarre noises in this horrible place weren't enough. But it's the only way to keep him calm. I'll take the creepy children's nursery music over his maniacal pounding any day. The music box. I wonder if that's the dude who's loose in the canteen. Good thing I bought my own food. They said provisions would be available for us during this phase, but I swear they're trying to poison us. I'd pick one of the abominations in those jars from the museum over that canned stuff they sent us. Or maybe not. I'm bored. I don't know who's supervising this construction work, but there's no way the place will be safe condition to bring in more patients anytime soon. Certainly not tonight. If you ask me, and no one will, I'm a nobody. This whole thing is way too rushed. You don't need to bring in a dangerous psychopath to test the security of the facility. Just being here for 5 minutes will tell you all you need to know. I'm beginning to regret signing up for this. Yeah, I don't blame you. There's a foul stench coming from that massive metal door at the end of the corridor. I think it leads to the storage room in the basement. I can only imagine the source of that smell. Can't seem to open the door though. It won't budge. I think it's mechanical, and that electric sound behind it doesn't inspire confidence either. Evening, somewhat. That's it. I'm taking that cursed music box away. Can't stand it anymore. I don't care how much he enjoys music. Eventually, he'll bang his own brains into oblivion. Gonna be organised, for whatever it's worth, and note accurate times for my next entries. The lighting in this godforsaken place is failing and giving me a headache. With all that constant flickering, it's worse than the horrible smell at the end of the corridor. But at least the smell doesn't hurt. Hope the construction worker arrives on time. 7 PM. Stupid me. Couldn't help myself and tried opening that door. Zap! Electric shock. Way to go, genius. I should trust my instinct next time. With all that stinking humidity down here, I can only assume the moisture has caused a wiring malfunction. One thing's for sure. I'm not getting anywhere beyond this door. 2 keys seem to be missing. One is for the locked office of a certain Hawthorne. Okay. And the other is for the office of the previous director of the Institute, Hanwell himself. That Dr. Miller guy asked me about those keys again. Sure, Your Highness, Dr. Miller. Let me spend the whole night searching for those keys for you. I'm not your damn assistant. Although, that patient roaming the building, Leo is it? There's something odd about him. I don't trust that guy. Should have a word with him when I get the chance. That patient roaming, okay. Bruno's desk was quite a mess. There were some random notes hanging on the corkboard, old forgotten memories, and not readable anyway, okay. To my distress, the tunnel of the damned was still outside. Yeah. The drawer was filled with old and useless papers. There's his baton. I took Bruno's baton as he requested. Anything else? The drawer seemed like it was about to fall apart with all the paperwork in it. And there's an alarm. No doubt the noise of the alarm would disturb the dangerous patients even more. Yeah, let's not do that. Okay. There was a fancy music box. Yeah, we need to get that music box. It's tightly shut. I'm absolutely guaranteed that that's going to be something that calms that patient down. I guess it was time to move on and leave this door alone. A metallic sound resonated throughout the menacing tunnel of the damned, yet the door wouldn't open. Is this the room where the guys escaped? This cell seemed to be abandoned. We can't get through there. Oh, we're gonna get locked in. Can we keep this? I think this might calm him down. No? Okay. Odd scribbling adorned the walls. I wondered how on earth he could draw any of that. Hell, me. Okay. There's nothing on that, is there? There's like musical notes at the bottom. Nothing on the sides. We definitely can't keep it. Okay. Let's get out of here. We've got the baton. The condition of these patients was heartbreaking. Is he still in there? No. Okay. But we've got some keys now. There's nothing in there that was locked, was there? We do have some keys. This particular cell was quieter than the others, yeah. Locked. But I would still made it through. Okay. Can't open that with the keys. I think it would give that little symbol. Nothing here to open. I'm hoping it's the library keys. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, you brought my baton. Someone who's actually helpful in this godforsaken chunk of concrete.
Don't mention it. It was easy to find with your directions.
Okay. No, I'm not telling you about that. Absolutely not.
Want to hear the selection, Bruno?
Not interested.
Do you like classical music, Bruno?
I don't like music. Period.
Oh. Who the hell doesn't like music? It's like not liking rainbows.
There were records lying around in the infirmary. Do you recognize them?
No, there's random junk scattered everywhere. They need to clean up this damn place.
I'm absolutely not asking him about the keyring. I don't think there's anything else. Are you going to let us in the library now that I've given you the baton?
Look, it's crucial that I get to the therapy room.
And look, this maniac behind me would rip your head off if he had the chance. There's no way I'm letting you in there.
Can I not ask? Can I not tell him about the music box? No?
I'll be going.
Okay.
Hey! Whoa, where do you think you're going with that keyring?
Sorry, I thought I had to bring you that too.
No, you shouldn't touch those keys. Please give them back.
Yes, of course.
Oh, you're joking me. You are joking me.
Hello again.
Ah. So
what are you gonna do about that madman? You have the baton now.
I'm not going in there yet. I'll wait until he's calmed down a bit.
How can you calm down someone like him?
He will calm down. Eventually, I guess.
Yeah, he needs the music box,
Will
dude.
he really calm down on his own?
And what do I know? I'm not a psychologist or whatever. Last time he escaped, I found him playing with a toy. I think it was an instrument for children. I was able to catch him thanks to that little distraction. But now, who knows? Eventually he'll collapse.
Wait, so does that mean now I have to go back and get the music thing?
I was really hoping you would go in there with your trusty baton and get the guy.
Negotiate a raise for me? And I might consider that.
Okay, that's all we can ask about that.
About this.
Stop pestering me, will you?
So you really don't know anything else about it?
All I know is that you're getting on my nerves.
Okay.
Do you like being a security guard in a mental hospital, Bruno?
Sometimes it can be tiring dealing with patients when they're having a bad day, and also the bureaucracy. But you know what tires me the most?
What is that?
Curious people who ask too many questions.
Yes,
Okay.
I share that sentiment. Oh, wait.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else.
Look, it's crucial that I get...
And look, this maniac behind me would rip your head.
No.
I'm done for now. Bye.
So you've taken my goddamn keys. Okay, fine. Is she back? No, she's not. I have no idea where else to go now. It was of paramount importance for my search to reach the room where Ebersbacher treated her patients. Okay. I wondered what Ebersbacher had found out about her group and whether it had anything to do with me. This groupie that Ebersbacher mentioned in her recordings, I felt it wasn't the first time I'd heard about this. Had I been a part of that group, this development was clearly worthwhile to investigate. Okay. Bruno was the new security guy, a somewhat charming fellow, although I preferred to keep my distance. He could have a bit of a temper. I suppose we play the records? That's the only thing I can think. Wait a minute, hang on a minute. Is this going through the PA? Yeah, it is. Wait. Okay. Wait. So I want relaxing. That's classic gold. Relaxing. Some relaxing guitar music. Let's see if this has any effect on the patient. Yeah. Oh my god. That has taken me so long. Okay, so I'm going to have jumped forward to this point, but it has taken me so long. Okay, so basically what we had to do was when you go down into the lower parts where Bruno's office is and we go into the empty cell where he's just taken him now, there was that musical instrument. So we had to match the musical instrument to one of the tracks on one of the LPs. So I initially thought because it was red, it would be one of the red, it would be one of the tracks on the red record. So I went through every single track of that, came back, spoke to Bruno, nothing. And so eventually I thought, well, what's the shape of the musical instrument? And then, of course, I got to a harp, which wasn't on the red vinyl. So that was a red herring. But now, hopefully, yes, we can get through here. 10 p.m. Okay, I remembered how busy this place was back in the day. Patients gobbing their stew or rubbing it in their faces. I could almost hear the sound of dishes clanking. Okay, so we finally progressed, and I think this is where we're going to get a chance to go to the therapy room, because this should lead directly to it. And this, guys, is where I'm going to leave it. So I've been playing this for quite some time, so you're going to see an edited version, but I can assure you it has not been as simple as I've made it out to be in this episode. But I'm really, really, really getting into it. I have to say, it's a little bit frustrating in times when you can't figure something out and it's not exactly clear, but it is very clever. Some of the clues that it gives you and some of the way that it kind of reveals them to you is very clever. I feel like I'm getting into the nitty-gritty of it now, so I'm really excited to see where this progresses. So if you like it, it's a slower paced game than what we're used to seeing, but I am really enjoying it, and I think it's going to only start getting creepier and more scary. So I'm really looking forward to that. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to see more, you guys know what to do. Drop a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys. Bye-bye.